Welcome back to Character Conversions, where I try to bring fictional characters to life in D&D. Today we build the best villain of Rurouni Kenshin, in my opinion, Makoto Shishio. For stats we'll be using the standard array of the player's handbook, divided up as you see here. We put Constitution as our primary stat because we did survive being caught on fire and having our body permanently damaged. Strength is our secondary stat, where Kenshin is definitely dex-based, we are his opposite combat-wise. For race, we are human in the source material, but I want to go with Scourge Aasimar for this build. This increases our Con by 1 and our Charisma by 2 to 16 and 10. It's actually pretty fitting, we have no stat penalties. We gain Dark Vision out to 60 feet, Celestial Resistance gives us resistance to necrotic and radiant damage, Healing Hands allows us to heal someone a number of hit points up to our level once per long rest. Probably think of this as cauterizing a wound. Light Bearer gives us the Light cantrip, and we gain Radiant Consumption, and Speak and Read common and celestial. Radiant Consumption is perfect for representing Shishio's limited combat time. As a bonus action for 1 minute, we will shed Bright Light in 10-foot radius, and Dim Light for an additional 10. Each creature within 10 feet of us at the end of our turns will take radiant damage equal to half our level, rounded down, including us. In addition, once each turn, we can deal additional radiant damage on an attack or spell equal to our level. For background, as a Hitakiri, we can pass for either soldier or criminal. Where I would say Kenshin became a Hitakiri due to his convictions, Shishio is ruthless, sadistic, and cold-blooded. So for him, we'll be going with criminal. This gives us proficiency with deception and stealth, one gaming set of our choice, I bet Shishio likes a game of dice, and thieves' tools. For our feature, we gain a criminal contact. I bet this is Sadojima. For class, we'll be starting out in Barbarian. We want to be able to fight without armor like a proper Hitakiri. And one could say we are too hot-headed to be a monk. This gives us a d12 hit die, proficiency with light and medium armor as well as shields, a proficiency with all weapons, strength and constitution saves, and for skills we'll pick up perception and survival. As a first level barbarian, we gain rage and unarmored defense. Rage allows us to 2 times per long rest release our primal ferocity for 1 minute. This gives us advantage on strength checks and saves, a +2 bonus to damage, and resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. Finally, unarmored defense makes our AC equal to 10 plus our dex mod plus our constitution mod. Perfect, since most of the time we will be fighting wrapped in bandages. As a second level barbarian, we gain reckless attack, allowing us to make all attacks with advantage, but attacks against us will have advantage until our next turn. Danger sense will make it so we have advantage on dexterity saving throws against effects that we can see, such as traps and spells. We are determined to not get caught off guard again. Third level, we will now be jumping over to fighter to start focusing on our skill with the sword. We gain a fighting style and second wind. Fighting style will take unarmed fighting to represent the second secret sword technique. This will make it so we deal a d6 unarmed damage, or 1d8 if both our hands are empty. Second wind will allow us to restore hit points equal to 1d10 plus our fighter level as a bonus action. Sometimes we just need a moment to cool off. Fourth level sees us gaining action surge. Now once per short or long rest we can take an extra action on our turn, for when we really need to let loose. Our third level in fighter means we choose our martial archetype. We're going with Eldritch Knight to help represent all of our fire-based sword techniques. We gain Weapon Bond, 2 cantrips, and 3 first-level spells. Weapon Bond means we can't be disarmed of our weapon, and we can summon it to our hand as a bonus action. For cantrips, we'll grab Control Flames and Green Flame Blade. Green Flame Blade will represent the first secret sword technique, and Control Flames just to fit with the fire theme we have. Our spells will be Burning Hands, Grease, and Shield. Burning Hands can be thought of as a counterpart to our fighting style for representing the second secret sword technique, with Shield representing blocking attacks with our headband. 6th level will be our first ability score improvement. We'll be dropping this into our Constitution, raising it to an 18. We also gain an additional first level spell, of which we'll be choosing Absorb Elements. Combining this with Rage is almost like being a pseudo-totem barbarian. 7th level sees us gaining extra attack. Now when we take the attack action, we can make 2 attacks instead of 1. 8th level is our next ability score improvement. Dropping this into Constitution again will cap it off at 20. As a 7th level Eldritch Knight, we gain War Magic, first 2nd level spell. War Magic means now when we use our action to cast a cantrip, we can make 1 weapon attack as a bonus action. For a spell this level, we'll grab Scorching Ray to represent the third secret sword technique. 10th level is our next ability score improvement. We'll trade this for the Resilient feat, increasing our dexterity to 14 and giving us proficiency in dexterity saves. Next we gain an additional cantrip and another 2nd level spell. For our cantrip, we will grab Firebolt. It's not source accurate, but if we really want to go all out in this flame swordsman shtick, we will need some ranged options too. Our next 2nd level spell, let's dip into Unearthed Arcana 66 and take Mental Barrier. With this, while we don't have proficiency in our mental saves, we have advantage on them. It'll be very hard to put down, be it in melee or with spells. 11th level sees us gaining Indomitable, allowing us to once per long rest re-roll a saving throw that we fail, but we have to take the new roll even if it is worse. 12th level is a 10th level Eldritch Knight. We gain Eldritch Strike and another 2nd level spell. Eldritch Strike means now when we hit a creature with a weapon attack, that creature has disadvantage on the next saving throw it makes against a spell we cast before the end of our next turn. To spell this level, let's grab Agonizar's Scorcher. 13th level sees our extra attack improving, meaning when we take the attack action we can now make 3 attacks, and another 2nd level spell. We'll dip back into Unearthed Arcana 66 and grab Thought Shield. 14th level is our next ability score improvement. We'll drop this into our strength, raising it to a 16. 15th level sees us gain another use of Indomitable each long rest, and our first 3rd level spell. Obviously, we're going to grab the most iconic fire spell, Fireball. 16th level is our next ability score improvement. We're dropping it into our strength again, raising it to an 18. Our 3rd level spell this level can come from any school of magic, so we'll be grabbing Haste. A little dangerous to use this on ourselves, but with our resistances and high con save we should be able to keep concentration. Besides, Shishio isn't exactly against big risk, big reward. As a 15th level Eldritch Knight we gain Arcane Charge. Now when we action surge we can teleport up to 30 feet before or after the additional action. 18th level is our final ability score improvement. We'll be dropping it into our strength again, capping it off at 20. Final spell of our build, we will grab Non-Detection. Shishio stayed in hiding for quite a while after all. 19th level will be brief. We gain another action surge and another use of Indomitable. 20th level, the capstone of our build, is the final Eldritch Knight ability, Improved War Magic. Now when we use our action to cast a spell, we can make a weapon attack as a bonus action. End result sees us with 217 hit points and an AC of 17. We'll be resisting all slashing, bludgeoning, piercing, necrotic, and radiant damage while we rage. The longsword, we average 10 damage a hit, 30 damage with 3 attacks, 12 and 34 if we are raging. Green Flame Blade can deal 28 damage to one target and 18 to another, and then we can make a sword attack as a bonus action. The build is focused around directly attacking our foes. We can take an insane amount of punishment with rage and our high hit points, but we can't rage and cast spells at the same time, so you have to think about how you will approach a battle. Or perhaps you simply save the rage for when you're out of spell slots and want to combine it with radiant consumption. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment your opinions or suggestions for new builds. Please subscribe to the page, check out Patreon for character sheets, and maybe consider sliding me $1. I hope all your 20s are natural. See you next time.